The exact formula to get anything that you desire very quickly. Part 2. Everybody has desires. Everybody wants to achieve big dreams. Everyone dreams. Everyone wants to have a good life. But not everyone knows how to get these things that they want. So this is part 2 on that. Make sure you check on all the parts so you're able to achieve what you want. I'm Vera. This is Active Potentials. If you're watching on YouTube or TikTok and you're generous enough, you can click on subscribe button or follow so you can get more of my videos. God bless you. So part 2, what you're going to do is to create a timeline. Yes, you have to create a timeline. After part 1, where I said that you need to define your goals, you need to have a clear mental picture about your goals. Part 2, what you need to do is have a timeline. Any goal that doesn't have a timeline will never be manifested. Yes, it will never. So when you're trying to fix a time, when you are fixing a timeline, what you should consider is the deadline. I prefer calling it a deadline. When exactly do you want that thing to happen? When do you want to see that thing happen? Give a time frame. You see, when God was creating the universe, creating everything that is in the earth, he did that in a fine line within 6 days and rested on the 7th day. He prepared it, says, hey, I'm going to do this for 6 days and I'll rest on the 7th day. What is your time frame? What time have you put to achieve that goal? What time? What's the time frame? Fix a deadline as concerns that. The next thing on this particular part 2 is you should have a schedule. And what is a schedule for? A schedule to work towards that thing which you desire much. I told you in part 1, I said there's a need for you to be obsessed about it. You should be so engrossed in it. You should be so obsessed with that thing you want to get, that thing you desire. And one thing that is going to help your obsession is you creating time to dwell on it. You can't say you're obsessed with something when you don't have time for it. Anything you desire so much, you must create time for that obsession. Create time to study, create time to move towards it, create time to take an action towards it. So we have many people who have gotten to the stage of actually desiring, defining it, and setting a timeline, but not working towards. When this happened, that's when you realize that it's not coming to pass. Some people have gotten to the stage where everything they have thought about it, they've written it out, they've had a timeline, but it's not manifesting because they are not working towards it. You having a timeline or a deadline doesn't mean that it's going to manifest. You need to actively work towards it. That's why the Bible says faith without works is dead. Yes, you have faith. You believe it's going to happen. Yes, you've thought about it. You have a mental picture. You know the kind of house you want. You know the kind of wife, husband. You know the kind of life you want to live. You have the details. You can spell it out. You can print it out. You can talk about the colors and everything. You have the deadline. Yes, by this time, like when we were younger, we would say, before 25, I want to be done with school, have a house, have everything that is beautiful. But you see, everybody planned and maybe defined a timeline, like planning that at 25 you have everything done with school and then you're looking at getting married, but then you did not work towards it. That's why the Bible says faith without works is dead. So you must ensure that you work towards that timeline. You ensure that the things you're doing, when by the time that timeline is elapsing, you'll be able to get it done. It is actively working towards it and not just saying by that time it will happen. Anything you leave to chance will never have a chance. So make sure that you also follow these steps. If you've been watching, thank you for watching. This is not all. Be sure to check on the next video, which is the part 3. I hope you're having a good time. Be sure to follow me or subscribe if you're generous enough. I'm Vera and this is Active Potentials. God bless.